Thank you again. We have new partners that we want to share with you, more partner spotlights. We have Skagit Recovery Cafe. We have Joyce L. Sobel Family Resource Center and Millennium Ministries.
Hi, good afternoon, y'all. My name is Sean Howard. I'm the Executive Director at the Recovery Cafe Skagit in Mount Vernon, Washington. Very pleased to be with all of y'all after you're all sedated after eating lunch. Makes my job easy. So I want to start with talking about the history of the Recovery Cafe. We began in March 2023 as a collaboration between Skagit County Public Health, Recovery Cafe in Everett, and many, many other individuals that we can list if we had enough time. And you can read our mission statement up there. I'm not going to read it to you. But the crux of the cafe is that this is a community space for people in recovery from all things, because we believe everybody is in recovery from something. And that may not be substance use, that may not be mental health, it may be food, it may be domestic violence, it may be sexual violence. There's all of these things that people are recovering from. And the Recovery Cafe is a space for people to have healing and transformation and community as they work through those things. So all cafes, including ours, operate on a membership-based model, but that membership is free, and every single one of our services is free. We commit to that. You can see those agreements up there. They're to be sober while they're in the space, so sobriety is not a requirement, or I should say abstinence is not a requirement. We have weekly support groups, and then we also ask them to give back. We want that to be their cafe, not our cafe. So by cleaning, by helping their fellow members, that's how they feel ownership in it. We were very blessed to get some funding from North Sound ACH, so I just kind of wanted to highlight some of what that helped us to do, which we wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So on the right-hand column, you can see we covered 33 months of recovery housing rent, plus several other months of just regular people living in apartments. Through a partnership with another partner in North Sound, Dental, we have been providing free dental care and dentures to people who would have no other way of getting this dental care. We've helped with car repairs, and we're also really excited that we've been working on workforce development. So these are trainings like mental health first aid, recovery coaching that we're sponsoring so that people can get more skills working with this community. And then on the left side, some of our other numbers. We served over 7,000 meals last year at the whopping cost of $1.39 per meal. And that is mostly because of our great partnerships with food banks. We had 622 different individuals walk through our doors, and we just continue to work on building up our recovery circles and all of our services. And I'll just close with kind of what we're looking for in the future. Again, super pleased to be with y'all because I know so many of you work in these fields of substance use and mental health and sexual and domestic violence. Please come find me. Please come find somebody else who works for the Recovery Cafe. We want to collaborate with you. We want you to be in our space. We want to be in your space. Helping serve the people you're serving. We are also getting ready to do a capital campaign for our building, so that will be an undertaking. And then our final thing is, again, to be a training hub and a resource hub for the county. So we are always happy to have people come out and table, and we're hoping to continue to work on doing recovery coach trainings and others. So again, I'll be around, come find me, but thank you so much, and I hope you have a good rest of the day.
Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Armstrong from the Joyce Sobel Family Resource Center out on San Juan Island, and I'm here today with my colleagues to share a little bit of information about a project we're working on with the help of North Sound ACH. We received funding in 2024 to start building capacity to provide a better support network for youth in our county who are experiencing homelessness.
Hello, I'm Nisha Quast, and I'm a member of our county youth host home task force. So we're trying to put together a host home program to deal with a long overlooked problem in our county. San Juan is one of only 2 counties in the whole state which does not have state or federal funding to provide services to youth experiencing homelessness. Now, our county government has recognized that this is a problem since 2005, and it's been mentioned in county homeless plans for many years, but there's been little concrete progress. In 2016, the Joyce El Sobel Family Resource Center on San Juan Island and the Lopez Island Family Resource Center put forward a grant request to start a host home program. But the request was not granted because our population was too small. It was too small of a number of the people that would be served, and also because we lacked data about the problem. But in 2020, we finally got in the county homeless 5-year plan to create a host home program. So we have around 30 youth per year across all of the islands who experience homelessness, and more than half of them are unaccompanied. They're not getting any support from a parent or guardian or other adult. And there's literally nowhere for them to go or for people working with them to place them or send them. With the North Sound ACH grant that we got, for the first time, we've been able to formalize our efforts. We've created a task force in the county that includes the county government to move this program forward, and we're making real progress towards creating a local solution.
Hi, I'm Lisa Pignatello, and I am the person who was given the opportunity to research this program and come up with a plan. So, like Nisha just alluded to, we have this task force. It's very experienced, they're very giving, and it includes people from our county government in the housing area, also our juvenile court. In addition to that, we have 3 local resource centers, 1 on every island, actually 2 resource centers, and the Peach Pit that Megan talked about, that's our sort of space for where we're planning to support youth on Orcas Island. So, sorry, I forgot. We also have our healthcare and wellness partners, and then community members like Nisha and I, who are committed to working on this project and making it happen. So when I started doing the research, first I just looked at models, what works for rural, what works for regional spaces. Then I started calling out to program managers of existing programs, what was successful, what were their challenges, so that we could benefit from those learnings. And then I turned to our community, and in particular, we did a lot of interviews with hosts with lived experience, because that's actually how we've been unofficially handling youth host homes on the island. So our hosts, and then we also went to the youth with lived experience, because it's super important for us to have that voice be a key piece of what we're delivering as this program. So we did decide on going with a community-based model, which is the youth host home program. And that is a really important piece because it is youth-driven, and it provides the youth with a choice. They choose from a number of trained hosts that we've trained them, and they've been vetted. So they get to select, or they can find and select a person from their own life who is currently supporting them, and we will be able to train and vet and support them as well so that they have a successful hosting experience. I want to go back. Some of the key things that we learned from our youth was the most important things that they have a voice and they have a choice. The third one is how important it is for us to support the hosts, because these are people who are taking on a lot of risk, a lot of unknowns, and so we want to really make sure that they're supported by us from a professional standpoint. We're talking about emergency and crisis support, and also to create a network of support for them among their peers in the community as a really strong set of resources for them. It must be trauma-informed. So our case managers are grounded in this already, but we also want to make sure that the hosts are also have training and are support in that area. Okay, so we selected that youth host home model, which gives them that choice and that opportunity. So the key piece I just want to leave you with that our takeaway was that our community supports this really strongly. It's not a big community, we don't have big numbers, but we do have a lot of community support. And the folks that we've talked to with lived experience, this really seems to resonate with them, and so it gives us sort of the energy and incentive to move it forward.
So next steps for our project. Our grant actually winds down this month, and we're going to be spending the next 4 months sort of nailing down the finals of how the program will be administered, and in particular, where will it live long term? Because while our nonprofit agency held this grant and led the capacity building work, we really need to find a home for the program that has county-wide scope, especially in San Juan County where we're very geographically fragmented. We're also beginning the fundraising phase of the project. We anticipate it will cost about $86,000 to pilot the program for a year in our county, and we're building partnerships with our local community foundations. Our county recently passed a 0.1% sales tax to support homeless services, so that'll be an ongoing source of some revenue for the program, and we're exploring partnerships with regional health and insurance providers who are interested in supporting the needs of youth in our community. Our goal is to pilot the program in January of 2026 with a focus on Orcas Island first, and in partnership with the Peach Pit that you heard about earlier, along with our other partners, our juvenile court services, our county health and community services, and our resource centers. So hopefully we'll be back in a year to give you an update and tell you how the pilot phase went. Thanks. Here you go.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Leilani Miller, and I am the founding CEO of Millennium Ministries, which is a woman-founded BIPOC faith-based organization. And we've been around for about 20 years. We have also just been newly identified as a family resource center. I believe the only African-American woman-led family resource center in Snohomish County. Our main, which I'm really proud of, so we should give a clap for that. Thank you very much. Our main purpose is to meet needs and help lives transform, bringing people from a place of surviving into a place of thriving. Our 14 employees, whom most of them have lived experience, do that in 5 different areas of helping assist transformation. We do a food access, resource and housing stability, education through financial literacy classes, soul care and mental health access, and our own Own Your Shine, Women Who Shine celebration. We believe access to healthy, nutritious food is a right and not a luxury, but a right of every person in our community and in our country. So we do this through 5 different food outreaches: Bless the Block, Mobile Manna, Convoy of Hope, our bistro, and walk-ins. Last year, we delivered groceries that provided over 60,000 meals to over 10,000 clients. While our in-house bistro served over 10,000 walk-in unhoused clients last year. For those families that come into our office to receive grocery bags, we ended up serving a total of 363 families with household counts of over 1,400 people. Now, through our housing and our resource department, we provided eviction prevention finances to over 60 clients, 32 of them being families in the school districts, serving over 145 children, keeping them in stable housing and preventing them from becoming homeless through the school year. Through our educational department, we held 16 financial literacy courses with a total of 4 classes for a total of 85 individuals. Now, through our 2 mental health counselors, we provide mental health services for a total of 7 individuals. Our own Own Your Shine program is coming up on the 4th year, where I'm proud to say we host a yearly event for over 300 African American women, helping us to encourage them to become their authentic selves, developing clarity, confidence, and courage to design the visions that they have for their lives. We believe that every woman has the power to shine and live her best life, and we equip women with tools, resources, and mindsets to overcome obstacles, embracing their strength to achieve their goals. Our goal is to inspire and to uplift women to make an impact and leave a positive mark on the world. We have many success stories and families that we're very proud of that have overcome great obstacles in their lives, such as homelessness, addiction issues, unstable housing issues. And we are called to the betterment of our community, particularly Snohomish County, but not just limited to Snohomish County, even going outside of our state to lend a hand of assistance. Now, we're very proud of the partnership with North Sound, and we're thankful that we have been granted a grant to help us evolve in finding food. Food is getting very, very scarce right now. There's a lot of increase in food bills, not only for our families, but for us. So with our grant, we are doing a program called From the Ground Up, where we are working with local farmers to help us produce culturally relevant food for our families, so that we will not only feed our seniors the staple things that we provide, but we'll be able to have vegetables that they desire to have, and fruits, different things like that, that we can grow and cultivate ourselves, teaching our youth to be able to work the land and develop the satisfaction of producing something that they can eat and that they can be proud of. So we thank North Sound for that partnership, and we thank everybody for the partnerships that we have throughout the county with Community Foundation and the different organizations and businesses and corporations that help us do the work that we've been called to do. Thank you.
Thank you to our partners. And again, if you stick around between 4 and 6, you can network with these folks, ask questions, and also listen to some amazing music that Daniel has put together a fantastic playlist. And we have a surprise for you all, an announcement. So please stick around. Thank you so much, partners. We'll be back for one more set later on.